Namaste.
Namaste.
And welcome to Qigong class with Bob and Fran. So this morning we're going to show you a typical class that we do every morning. It should be easy to follow along. So do your best and let's just get started now. So we like to set our feet a little wider than shoulder width apart. We like to sort of relax the body, and we start with a series of warm-ups, so come on along with us. So we're going to start with soft fists, tapping on the lower spine and then coming up and down the spine, which sort of wakes me up every morning, I know that, and gets me going. It's good for the health of the spine. And then from here, the meridians go down the side of the legs. So we slap with open hands, and we come around the ankles and up the inside of the leg. So you can go down as far as you can, tapping extra in the groin, then come down the front, around the back, and then we like to massage the kidney area. So you could do this with the back of the hands or the front of the hands. Just quick circles, bringing some blood circulation to the kidneys. Good. So let's start down the sides again. Up the inside of the legs. Down the front of the legs. And around the back. Now I'd like to ask that you extend your left arm. And with the palm up, we're going to reach across and start patting on the top of the shoulder, down the inside of the arm, into the palm. Turn the bottom hand over and slap upward to the base of the neck. So tilt your head a little bit and just pat nice and firmly on the top of the shoulder. Ah, that feels really good. Let's do the same with the right arm extended, and we reach across, patting down the inside of the arm into the hand. Turn the bottom hand over, get the wrist, good. Up through the elbow, tilt the head to the left, and here you are patting on the base of the neck. Oh. Feels great. So let's do a little waist turns back and forth. I like to shift the weight as we come from to one side to the other. And we'd like to hit the sort of slap on the, what we call it knocking on the back of the lower spine as your hand comes around. Good. And then, in front, same time, we'd like you to, with the soft fist, knock on the upper chest, right under the collarbone. So we're knocking in the back and the front. Good. And slowly, we just sort of unwind, slap in the belly area a little bit as we come to an end here. Yeah, good. And let's do a few nice, easy stretches. We do this every morning. Let's start with the hands, fingers interlaced, hands here about just below the belly area. Take a breath in through the nose, so we always breathe in and out through the nose. I shouldn't say always, but most of the time. Stretch up from the shoulders so your arms are rounded. And we're going to tilt to one side, stretching the rib cage on the other side. Back to center, and we gently tilt to the opposite side. Oh yeah. I'm going to arch back. I'm going to keep the chin down here, so that is very nice for me. I feel it in the lower back. Then we bring the hands forward and down, keeping the arms rounded. And here, this stretch a little bit from the shoulders. This really opens the shoulder blades, the upper back, and flattens the lower back. So I really like that. So we come overhead and back down. So now we like to raise the right hand here with the palm facing forward and the left hand palm facing back, and we push back, opening the chest, and then we release, and left arm is up, right arm is down, push back with both, opening the chest again, and we usually repeat this a couple times, 2 or 3 times, back, and open the chest really good. So now we're going to widen out, the arms open, push back, and really let that chest open up. And then we sink and cross one arm over the other without touching ourselves. So it's like fingers, your fingertips are being pulled to the sides. Then we open again. And let's repeat that. So we sink, cross the other arm over this time. Good. Let's repeat the cycle. Open, push back, sink, and cross. Open, push back, sink, and cross. Very good. So let's work the neck a little bit. So I like you to think about putting your fingers together and resting them, like the knuckles, on the hip bone in the back, fingertips pointing downward. And then we start by tilting our head to the side, your ear toward the shoulder. And then exhale and roll the head downward, cross the chest, and then up. And then slide the head over without dropping the head back all the way, just slide it over your shoulder line and back, and then repeat. So it's down, roll over. Now inhale the head up, and then hold the breath across, and then repeat. So I like doing maybe 3 in each direction. So these are simple head rolls that are very nice for the neck. And this is my 3rd one. And from the top, we reverse it, so we go the opposite direction. I like to remind you to keep breathing in and out through the nose so the head drops. So that means we exhale, then we inhale the head up, and one more rotation, and down and back to center. Good. So the neck. Let's do a 3-way shoulder exercise today. I slept on my left shoulder, so it's a little iffy. And I want it to feel a little better, and I know this will help me out. So we start with the hands on the lower back, palms open, and we slide the hands down, across the buttocks, just about to the knees. And then we come across the knees, and then we inhale up, and we bring the shoulders up with us. We roll the shoulders back. The hands come to the back, the chest pops out, and then you exhale down. This time go a little farther, go down to the ankles. Around the ankles, up the inside of the legs. Now draw the shoulders up again, roll the shoulders back, chest pops out, hands come to the back, and let's go down for the 3rd time. This time we're going to let the hands just fly off the legs, and you're going to be hanging there for a couple seconds. Fingertips pointing toward the earth, and now touch the ankles or as far down as you can go, and then we start coming up with an in-breath. Roll the shoulders. This time we're going to stand as the hands come to the back, and then we release downward. Boy, I feel better. This is good. Okay, let's do a 3-way back exercise. So I like this one. We try to do this about every single day. And we start with soft fists. You might have seen us do this in some of the other videos, but you can't get enough of this. This keeps the back in shape. So we draw the fists up to about the shoulders. We push back slightly. And then we fold the hands inward so the knuckles are facing you down to the elbows. And then we bend forward slightly to open the upper back. And then we're going to open up the arms, same as we started. We're going to fold in. This time come down a little lower, bend forward a little lower so the elbows come in toward the belly. So you can feel that in the mid-back. It's fantastic. Open. And the hands come back together. You exhale down, lower, and that goes into the elbows go into the, toward the groin area, almost like a fetal position here. Then rise and inhale. And we're going to open and then turn right, twisting. Get a nice easy twist in the back. Come to center, and then we close, bend forward slightly. And then finally, we open, turn left, come to center, we close, and then we turn the palms out, and we gently open, and we bring the arms down, elbows first with an exhalation. The back. So let's move on to the hips and waist. So we like to push the thumbs into the lower back here. And then we make exaggerated hip circles. Let's do 4 in each direction. So I'm going, I guess this is clockwise. 3, and then 1 more. And now counterclockwise. 4 times. So we sort of balance the numbers, 4 and 4. So here we're pushing in to get a little better range of motion in the hips and waist. And we do these exaggerated turns. That should be 4. Okay, great. Now let's do what the Chinese call shaking like a tree. So this helps wake up the qi as we have been doing so far this morning and sort of distributing the qi. It also helps us to open all the meridians and get the qi flowing. We open the joints and the tendons. We allow that qi to flow. So we start shaking here. We bounce, first of all, we're bouncing into our heels. And then we flap the wrists up and down and bring the hands overhead. So you activate the pericardium area here. And then out to the side and flapping out. And then sort of down and diagonal. So here you're shaking and you're getting all your joints involved. So you can feel that in the fingers and the wrists, the elbows, up into shoulders, hips and waist, the knees, and even the ankles as well. And then we go into this Raggedy Ann, Raggedy Andy mode. So anything goes here, whatever you feel you need to shake out, like I'm shaking out, my attention's on my left shoulder. It's feeling great, feeling much better. So whatever is ailing you, you might zero in on that, sending healing energy, connecting the mind with the body to that exact point. And then we start to slow down. So we don't just stop, we just sort of slow into it. And let's just rest for a second here. Close your eyes. Just breathe easy a few times. Wow, that shaking makes you feel like you just ran around the building you're in, and we really haven't moved from our spot, but I feel really awake and ready for a great day. So let's get a little qi movement going here. So I'd like to, I freelance with this, or Fran freelances, and so we sort of follow each other, and you follow along, and let's see how this goes. So we're going to form a ball of energy right in front of us, and then we're going to lift that ball up overhead. Then we're going to make a right turn, and we drop down to about the knees, keeping that ball. So the palms face, and then we turn under there, and bring the ball of energy up to center again, and then we repeat, going down the right side, turning, lifting that ball with an in-breath, exhale as you go down. Good. And come back overhead. Let's repeat this to the other side. So we exhale down, we sort of hold the breath as the hands move to the other side, then we inhale up, keeping the ball, keeping the palms facing. And eventually you'll start feeling a connection between the palms, that qi, that energy that we're trying to cultivate here. And then one more. We come down, we turn and come up, and then we drop the ball to the heart level. And then we sink and exhale, the hands sort of come together, and then we inhale out, and then we repeat this process a few times. So it's exhale in and exhale out. Now we come a little wider with each repetition to the outside. So inhale a little wider and exhale. And here we go, so we go slow. There's no rush here. Part of the whole idea of Qigong is to slow down. And hopefully we take that idea of slowing down when we go about our day. Open and close. Now we start to come back so we don't open quite as far. Sinking, we're pumping this qi, we're pumping this energy throughout our body. Back to the ball. Good. This time let's turn the ball a bit where the right hand is on top and the elbow should be below your hand. And the bottom hand, the left hand, is facing upward so the palms are still connected. So we're going to sink and we bring the hands together. Then we're going to inhale up and we're going to turn the ball all the way around. Sink, open, turn, sink, open, turn, involve the breathing, exhale, inhale, hold the breath, sink, open, and turn. Good. So let's go to center, hands facing each other, back into that ball. So a couple more here. Open. Good. So let's take the ball up and we make a circle out of that ball, coming back in. Hands come together and we make a little larger circle. Good. In and out, a little larger that time. And here we go again, expand the circle even more. Good, now from this position, let's reverse the circle, starting wide, coming down. A little less, coming down. Inhale up, exhale down. Circle is smaller, and we're back to about where we started. This time let's flatten the hands and shift on to the left side and push the hands out and around and back. Shift, now come to the other side. Shift to the right, out and around and back. Now we're going to repeat this. Left, right, and in. Right, circle out, and in. Here the hand should be very soft, very open to receiving energy from the earth. This time let's go to the right with the hands facing upward to collect some energy from the heavens. Around and in. So some of us can start to feel fullness in the hands, maybe a tingling feeling. Some of us have palms that will turn red in color, or you feel heat in your hands. So this is the chi starting to be cultivated by you from this time from the heavens above. Back into center. Good. This time let's take that ball and come up overhead, facing the palms out, and then leaning to the right side, palms facing, as if your hands were against a pane of glass, sort of like a windshield wiper here. Now back to center, and let's come down that pane of glass, and then push up, and repeat. Exhale down, inhale up. Stay on the pane of glass, using your yi, using your intention here. And then let's do the windshield wiper thing again, to the right. Stay on the glass. So what are we doing? We're cultivating more of this energy. We're making our own healing medicine with all these simple Qigong movements. And back to center. Slowly come down, and we'll go up and down just a couple more times. In. Let's go around this time, and out, and down. Stay on the glass. In and up, out and around. Sink. Rise. Separate, and exhale down. Repeating. Up, around. Exhale down. Hands come in toward each other. One more time. Up. Very slow this time. And sink. Ooh, I feel pretty chi'd up now. You feel that fullness in the hand?
Very full.
Yeah. This is good. So what we're going to do now is collect the energy from the universe in our closing period here, as if we took that energy from the heavens and the earth and from the environment all around us, and now we've collected that in this giant ball of energy, and now we want to store this energy. So we bring it in just just under our belly button. So for the men, you bring the left hand in first, and the right hand sort of follows it. So remember how we were pulsing the ball before? I want you to pulse one hand into the other. You can turn sideways on this to show there's separation between the belly area and your inside hand and the outside hand too, a couple inches apart. And then finally we're going to bring the inside hand in, touching lightly, covered by the opposite hand. And then we lock in the energy by bringing the elbows in to the side, so we can have this energy with us all day today. So we're energized, we feel good, we're thinking straight, we're sharp, and we're having a good time. So we release the hands, and then we sort of just step out, crack the ankles. I just cracked my left ankle, my right ankle, spread those fingers. So just sort of unwind. So thank you for coming to our morning here in our house. And we were glad to share with you a typical routine that we do every day. It really has been very helpful for our health and our well-being. And I want you to think about doing the same thing every morning. Follow along with us. So, we close just as we began. We wish you a great day. Thanks for being with us. And we say namaste.